It's cold.
I'm looking forward to the African Cup of Nations.
You're not going to win it. You never win it.
Yeah,
One day Congo will win the African Cup of
You're
Nations.
never
And
gonna
when we
win
do,
it.
when
You've
we
had that
do,
energy since
always, and
Bro,
I'll have it forever,
fam.
forever. Show,
Bro,
have it
fam.
forever.
What?
Black Lives Matters, guys.
Yes.
How long did they matter for?
A good month.
A few months.
A few months.
I think a good month and a half.
Longer than most.
Did
love
they even matter
pushing
at that time?
license.
It was more how long did we fight for our lives to matter?
You know what? I'll pose you man a theory, right? So I thought about it for a moment. We said it before as well. Was it just a bandwagon?
Think
We
about
said
it.
Why are people bandwagoning this? Should people be bandwagoning this?
Yeah, I saw that podcast as well. We got you man on that one.
Love
Jeez.
love that.
Oh, what you were watching? Yeah. It's for the thing. Swear.
Alright, man.
I love that.
One thing I was thinking was,
I definitely did watch that. Though.
I
Nah,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was thinking, did we make it possible for people to bandwagon the Black Lives Matter movement? Did we turn it into a social movement?
It should have been though.
I think we did ourselves. I think we did. Because
Well,
like
that's
you
the way
said, we
it is.
spoke about
That's
some
the
of
way
the
it should
protests
be.
that we went to where
Yeah,
there was music.
some of what Tariq was saying in that podcast was right. I think everything Tariq said in that podcast was spot on.
I don't think
Them
he
man-
was-
Like,
Yeah.
definitely, he said a couple things. Fam, what he said, yeah, with the whole online where there was guys, like there's guys just seeing raw. Okay, everyone's got a black screen on their things, or cool, we're gonna
Yeah.
copy
and
that.
then just
You know what
post
I'm
it.
saying, cool, cool, we're gonna go to that. But really and truly, they don't understand the struggles of it to be a black
They're just-
person, innit? So of course that demand for the whole thing is gonna like die down a little bit, innit? But
'Cause-
it's up to us as black people to keep it going, innit?
Us like now, like you said, up to us as black people to keep it going. I was thinking, we are the ones that started it. We kept it going. We managed to keep the embers going. We were blowing on the flame every now and again. But then it was kind of like the fire is there, but what are we cooking on it?
Yeah, but I don't.
What were we making? We were putting ingredients in the pot, but we may have been stirring.
I don't think
We
it's.
still are stirring.
I
but we're
think
not
we
really
need to be
making
like. I
anything.
feel like if there's gonna be more protests, yeah,
Yeah.
it needs to be clearer direction, bro.
Oh,
You know
100%.
what?
I'm
This-
with that. But I think
Do you get it?
yeah, no, I completely agree because you tried to Tariq will say the same thing.
Yeah.
But I felt that a lot were very unorganized.
Mm.
And there was
I
no
can agree
true
with
direction to what we were doing.
was
Sometimes we
kind of-
walk up to Parliament Square and then back down, and then some people are busting a left to Victoria, and then people are going to Pimlico, and it's weird.
that. Like you said, a bandwagon. It's like
but
a Congo line.
I don't think it's fair on black people to we're asking so much of like of us being unified and organizing as a collective to really get a change, when you don't ask that of any other race in the world, and it's not, and no other race in the world does that, so it's hard.
Now the
I think
Jewish
we-
community is very tight knit, and look how well they do. The Italian community is very tight.
Yeah, but that's more ingrained
The
power
Japanese
struggle.
community
That's different
I'm
because
not
they
thinking
have
community-wise.
no, but as a community they have the power to do so regardless.
We have the power to do so.
Nowhere near to the same extent as the Jewish.
We had
Bro,
enough power,
look at
alright.
how quick, fam. Wiley's been banned off of
Yeah,
all social
bro.
media
Okay,
in a
alright,
week,
you know what?
but
You know
Katie
he's
Hopkins
captain
is still
still.
riding free. Tommy
Because
Robinson is still
we
riding
know
free.
where
Yeah,
we
yeah,
stand.
captain.
Alright, you know
That's
what, yeah?
that's Jewish power. That's
You
not.
know
It's
what's
not in
making
any
me
way
angry?
anti-Semitic.
You know what's
It's
making me
just fact.
really angry about this?
What?
Because when the first thing about Wiley dropped it, I said Wiley was speaking facts. Like, I
No,
don't see-
wait.
no.
Hold,
let me land. You see, this is what I
didn't
mean.
see the whole thing.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean.
I haven't viewed the whole
Before
Wiley
we even,
was-
let me land.
Wiley's his own man. He has his own opinions.
I'm
innit?
not
Like,
with this.
It's like the same thing with Kanye West.
I ain't with this. But go on.
When he was screaming the things about Harriet Tubman, basically
That was some dumb
It was
nonsense,
dumb
bro.
nonsense. However, you know he was being
Bless him.
dumb.
Thank you.
He was trying to say something, but he was saying it in the Kanye West way.
Ah man, we can't rationalize.
The same way. I'm not
Wiley.
rationalizing. I'm not
Nah,
saying.
but- okay,
I'm
go
not
on, go on.
rationalizing. I'm saying Wiley was trying to say something, but he said it in the Wiley way. And us as the black community, rather than going, "Raw, Wiley, you shouldn't do that," we were like, "God damn it, Wiley, man."
Because
You
that's
had-
nah,
You're
bro.
cancelled.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you're
man.
cancelled, Wiley.
Yo, cancelled.
Whereas if
Oh, guys, nah.
Shit,
Wiley
man,
was
you're
saying
cancelled.
some
Bruv,
wild,
no,
wild
you know what our
And I'm
problem
not
is,
saying
yeah?
and
he
they were
wasn't- I'm not
they were
saying-
literally all wrong.
Bro,
Yeah,
listen.
they're-
Do you know what our
not
problem
all
is?
wrong.
Yeah?
They weren't all wrong.
Like
They weren't all wrong.
literally,
They weren't all wrong.
literally all
Because
of them.
most of the
Listen.
things that he was talking about was based off self-experience. We can't then go and say.
See, all right,
your
cool,
experience is
cool,
wrong.
cool. Yeah, but then you, it's,
Oh, I don't
as
care
you
about
said,
the other
nah,
stuff
but
you're
it's
saying
the.
before. I'm talking about him talking
No,
about
but
his
it's not
own
about you.
experience.
It's not about you. It's about what he said and how it affected people.
Oh,
Bro,
but
he said a lot of anti-Semitic things that just won't run. And I know what he was trying to do with sort of a power struggle and how much media
He
control
was
the
trying to
Jewish.
show the differentiation between the power struggle.
Fair,
and
but
the
you did it
outcome.
in such a very.
Bro,
You just did it
that's
in
what
a
the
He
next
done
day
it in
after
a
he done
whiny
that,
way. He
Fed
done
got
it in a
his door,
whiny
bro.
way. Yeah, he
Huh?
done it in a
Yeah,
whiny
see,
way.
but that's wild. That's the wildness of
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's what
That's
I'm
the
trying to say.
wildness of it.
And then the way they took
Hey,
it.
wait, hold on, wait.
Right.
You man see, bruv, he got what is it? It's an OBE. They were trying to take it away from him, and
yeah,
man was like,
take
"Even
it.
take it."
I don't even have it, but it's framed in my
That
old
killed
manager's
me.
house. That's funny.
That killed
And his
me.
old manager's like, yeah, it is framed. You can have it back.
He
Why
truly
did you have a
doesn't
man's
care.
OBE?
I don't
Bro, you can
know.
tell man was just running his life, fam.
No, real talk.
Why
Like,
didn't
no,
he care?
real.
Nah,
Like,
Wiley just does whatever.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, once again, he was speaking of his own experience. He was saying, these are things that I've experienced, and the only reason why I've experienced is based off of this. Some of the things he was saying were wild and should.
all of
And
them.
he.
Yeah, but these man
All
grow
of
up
them,
in the
man.
music industry from Quay Dessa, fam.
Yeah.
Nah, I get that.
And the music
I'm with
industry,
it.
no, when you look at the music industry and you deep the roots and where it actually came from and who actually owns it and actually
It's the
knows
Jewish-
what's
Okay,
going
no,
on.
cool, but look,
Jewish.
nah, you know what it is?
Really
It's
Jewish, not just
this,
in here. Here's a minor
this
thing.
is-
In
this is
America,
acting
bro.
community.
Nah,
In
yeah,
America,
I'm with you.
Atlanta and them
I'm
man
with
there,
you,
fam.
but
Atlantic Records and
with
that.
what Wiley did, there's a difference between say what he did and what Nick Cannon did, which wasn't as
There we go.
controversial,
Now, see.
but it was essentially the same message that we're trying to
Exactly.
portray.
There we go. That's what I'm trying to say.
But then you
Wiley
can't. But
said
we
it
can't.
in a Wiley way. Nick said it in a Nick way, and he
No,
still got in trouble.
no. Wiley said it in a stupid
They
way.
took
No,
away Wild
he
N' Out
did.
from
said
him,
it
fam.
in a Wiley way.
He said it
There
in a
is no
dumb
other
way.
way Wiley was going to bring out those comments. We all know if Wiley was going to speak about that
Listen.
situation, that's exactly how he would say it.
Listen, you see Nick Cannon. Wiley's just lucky he doesn't own more things. Nick Cannon had Wild and Out, bro. As soon as he said them things,
It was
stripped
done.
him off that shit, bro.
There we go, done. They
That's how
haven't
you know
apologized
that, bro.
him.
MTV is owned by Jewish people. You can't chat shit
They're
about the
gonna
Jewish
break him
people,
down.
you
They're
know.
gonna break
Them
him
man are
down.
quiet.
You
They're
can't.
silent,
You
but
You
they're
can't step
can't.
out of line.
But
And
See,
what he
Chronicles
was
and
trying
that.
to say was
Them
that
man are giving
what
them-
he was trying to show was the difference. He was saying K Hopkins, Sky News can go and say the N word as many times as they like. I guarantee we're gonna
Yeah.
see that news anchor next week.
That wasn't his message, man.
No, it was though. It's
It wasn't.
underlying message.
No,
alright.
see, but
Not the
no,
main
but that's
message, but
no,
underlying message.
that's us making excuses for him.
It's not. Why are we
It
going?
is.
Why are we taking another man's word for religion though?
Really and
It
truly,
is
yeah.
though.
Why
But
is
why are
just
we
a
taking
clear
another man's word for?
demonstration
Why
that, bro?
can't we
Black
just
lives
influence
do
a
not
couple
matter,
things?
bro.
Yeah.
No,
Why can't we
Black
influence
guys,
the
I'm
nigga?
100% with that. That doesn't mean that what he said wasn't wrong.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying what he said wasn't wrong. I'm saying
Bro,
that
for how many years
from
was
what he
King
said, we can
Hopkins wrong,
influence
though, and
things.
not-
I've
nothing
said
happened
this.
to
I
him.
know.
That's
I
what I'm
know.
saying, bro. One figure
But
from
but that
our
doesn't see. But no.
culture speaks out, and then
But
on
that
his
doesn't
arse.
that doesn't that
on his
doesn't
neck.
mean that the intensity is the same, bro, or the intensity is one's worse than the other.
I'm not saying
you
that.
should it should just be
The care
treated
is-
equally.
The care
Black-
is more though. They care
I'm not saying
more
that.
for
I'm
them
just
and then
saying.
us, fam.
I know they do.
Bro,
I'm
guys
just
can be
saying.
black, bro.
I'm just saying. There's a clear. I was just trying to say there's a clear pecking order, and in the pecking order,
I know there is,
no
but
pecking
that's
order.
not that's
We all
that's
know
just
that.
not how it seemed
It's
to
there
be
we go.
conveyed.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm free-
Listen, I
Wiley
haven't
was
seen
trying
the
to
videos,
convey
innit?
the pecking order. I've
I
seen
haven't
the
seen the videos,
and
innit?
they are wild.
I think
The
yeah,
way-
Wiley was probably just trying to say like, listen, as the black community, listen, put us on that same pedestal that the Jewish are on. We don't
Now
want
you see,
like,
now
get me,
that's-
just give us
I
that
can
same.
accept
Now
that.
I don't agree with
Well,
that either.
That can never happen.
Yeah, I don't
You-
agree with
I
that.
don't think you
But
don't
bro,
understand how much power the Jewish community have.
Yeah,
I
they
can
have-
tell, fam.
Because yo, if
Power.
Quay Hopkins said that, the same thing about Jews,
On
she
her
would have been
ass.
cancelled 5 years ago.
Instantaneously.
Yeah.
Ah, K who?
True
Bro,
still,
she would have
true.
been. She would have been gutted.
True.
And it takes me back to the main.
But she said shit though, fam. She said shit. We're not on their level, innit? But I think that I haven't seen it. But
No,
I think
no,
that's what Wiley
she's-
was trying to
she
say.
ba-
innit?
yeah, she
Just put
basically-
us on the
The
same
Jews-
level as them, man.
The Jews run so much like in the background that you don't know about them. They didn't get you cancelled. Like
I know.
that.
They're
The
blacklisted
media.
already.
yeah,
Like that.
yeah. The
And that's what
media,
they're doing.
the
Wiley's
news-
blacklisted now, bro. I
Yeah,
promise he's
easily.
not gonna be able to
he's
do another
been
show.
done being
But he
blacklisted,
doesn't
yeah.
care.
He doesn't necessarily
Yeah, I know.
care
Fine.
because
He doesn't even go shows.
He would like.
Nah,
he was
exactly.
talking-
He
he
ain't
was
no
talking
rabbit.
about he's been blackballed for time. He knew this was gonna happen. He was like, I apply for this. They can take everything they want from me. Nothing. It doesn't really affect him. Hence why I was saying, if, and I wish, but it's in another life, in a perfect world maybe. If Wiley was able to convey the points he was trying to make in a healthy way, in a way where he was able to educate people rather than
That would have
ranting.
been completely
'Cause,
fine.
What he done was rant and educate at the same time. That's what he tried to do. He tried to rant and educate, but those things can't go together. You can't go and speak out of anger and try and speak truth to someone, because really and truly what's going to happen is your opinion is going to cloud your judgment.
No, but why should he have to talk like he's somebody else, fam?
I'm not saying he has
That's something
to.
else that needs to go away. It's like,
No,
for a
actually,
black
no.
person, you have to talk for like them, man, for them to understand.
It's not-
you.
no,
No,
bro,
fam,
it's not even
understand
talk-
me how I'm talking.
It's not
like.
even talk like them,
Understand,
man.
like.
It's talk in a way where I'm able to actually get get your point rather than me the point you're trying to make rather than me getting the reason why you're making the point in the first place.
bro.
Like, we understood why they was angry
Yeah.
rather than the point why they was trying to make.
Okay.
But Wiley was trying to make a point. He wasn't trying to show that he was angry. He was trying to make a point.
He was making it out
Yeah,
of anger, basically.
yeah, he was trying to make a point. But all we got was Wiley's an angry anti-Semitic black man.
Yeah, and plus it's typing as well. It's not like he made a video or something. He's typing on Twitter fingers, all of them things.
And then
That's why
after that,
Twitter's a draw out, bro.
yeah, Twitter, social media, Facebook, all these places, they aren't really meant for us. They're another control mechanism in a sense. It's another way of ensuring that society remains in a certain bubble. And I feel like that's another thing that we as a community didn't really exploit as much as we should have. We should have flooded social media with Black Lives Matters. Not a black post, but Black Lives Matters. What it means when we say Black Lives Matters, like the prosperity of black people, like the Black Pound Day, something I've seen that's being worked on more and more.
Black businesses.
And also more people supporting black businesses. Something that I don't know why is something that you have to perpetuate. It's something you have to talk to people about.
I
It's something you
mean,
have to tell people to do.
it's hard in the UK at least because
But it's hard. Technically, it's hard to go and find a Ben Jart top, but you can find it if you look for it. It's
Nah,
hard to
but
find a
but
truck
that's
stop
a
top, but
name.
you can find it if you
Nah,
want
but
it.
that's a name. I'm talking like just a casual black-owned business. It's hard to do. It's hard to find. Like I spend time trying to look for. I've got to change all of my hair products because Cantu's not black-owned.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
have
just,
to, though.
no, I have to because I want to support black businesses
And
instead
plus,
of
Cantu's not really for your hair.
yeah. See, it's difficult. It's
There's those
difficult,
things there.
but it's difficult here because we're a small proportion of the population. There are like
In
2.6
what
of us.
sense?
There are like 2.6
Oh,
million
yeah,
of us
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
country.
in the UK.
So finding a black-owned business is so hard to do. But once you find it, that's when it needs to be exposed to the
But
masses.
then again, we're lesser than our majorities as well in this country.
Mm.
I just say, just make your racks and go back to Africa. fam.
100%.
Just, I'll rock you
In
there.
fact, that takes
I'll
me.
drive to your country. Don't watch that. Fam.
That
Yeah.
takes me.
Man,
That
was there.
takes me to.
I drive to Brahman now. I'll drive to
Oh,
Lagos.
man said
I'll come see you.
that's a cross-country
You know what I'm
trip.
saying, fam?
I say do UK to Nice trip, UK to Congo trip,
know what I'm
UK to
saying?
Ghana
Yeah,
trip
yeah.
now, man. UK to
No,
Uganda
not
trip.
UK. If I'm chilling in Uganda, I got my house in Uganda somewhere.
Well, you can
drive down.
fair enough. Yeah,
Oh,
No matter how
definitely.
far that drive.
that should be the aim, you know. Why is it always? You know when we think about life, the good life, we're always looking at villas in Spain, Portugal, Finland, Iceland, America.
We
you
could
know?
go set up shop in Africa. Just
Yeah,
chill, fam.
why is it never? I never really catch myself on
Because
Google
it's
looking
like-
for villas in Congo.
What I don't know for
I've
you.
done it to
You,
Uganda.
I think
Beautiful. fam.
Yeah, see, and I've done it recently, but before in the past, like, as a young person,
Yeah.
I never thought about Congo being a place where I could settle
it's
down.
because our generations aren't really like they're not as in touch with their African heritage.
were we raised to be.
See, that's the
Think
issue.
about
It's
the,
like
think about
depends
the
on what
priorities
if
of
you're
our
not-
generation they came here.
it's like if
Depends
you're
what generation.
exactly if you're not second generation, then
Yeah.
you're not really gonna know anything about Africa. And even if you are second generation, sometimes your first generation parents don't even want to go back.
Yeah.
Because
Trauma.
really, and
Yeah.
not even that. Their main thought now is forward. Now we need to make it. We're here. Because that's kind of like the African mentality. We move. You know the saying, we move. Like even though we might be going through a hard time or
I
something.
think a lot of it was politics, bro. What was going on back in the
Truly,
If you're second
yeah.
generation, first generation, I've been through a lot.
yeah, no. So
Boy, them there, they probably tried to escape something. Well, boy.
No, bro. I
Well,
remember
to be
my
honest,
granddad
first
telling me
and second
stories.
generation when they were brought over here, what was it? What was the promise?
What? How do you mean?
As
Work,
in,
probably.
not like for the Windrush generation, for example, the promise was work, health care, prosperity, and what did we get? Oppression, segregation, and
Preach.
and
Preach.
and a new form of slavery. I forgot what it's called, but there is a new form of slavery, guys. And one thing I do want to say, one thing I do want to point out, I took a look at slavery from chattel slavery, from slavery before then. Slavery has been around for a very, very long time. It's just been dressed up in extremely different ways. And in this day and age, the day and age that we're living in now, it's become mental. And it's a chain that's so difficult to break from. And we've seen it unfold within the Black Lives Matter protests and with how the whole thing has unfolded. If you might haven't deeped it, we took 5 steps forward. Once we took that 5th step, we stood there and we realized, rah,
But I
We
don't
didn't plan any
bro,
further
even
than
now, yeah. I heard you lot saying that there's another protest in the weekend or something.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
done, bro. Like it's dumb. Like bro, it has to be in every once every bro. People gonna get sick of it, bro. And then next year they're gonna be like, bro, these lot still about. Like allow it, man. Like you lot have been doing this.
Where's the change?
Bro?
Where's
It
the
needs to
turnover?
be, bro. That's why they should. I don't know who's running the whole thing in it. But bro, what needs to happen is allow it now. It's done now.
wanna dead it?
This year we've done our thing. Let's let the hype be on social media.
Nah, bro.
Understand for now.
Now we need
Next
some
year now,
calmness.
when the same time comes for when my man died, when the police killed him,
Yeah.
we'll know the real impact of what's happened. Are them I'm gonna get charged? What are they getting charged with?
Nah, but what?
Understand
but then,
that we need
but
to
if
understand
you-
the progress behind.
But if
these
you're not
things.
if you're not making noise for a year, yeah, then people will just forget it.
Nah, broski, because
people
when
are
the
winning
year
now
mark hits
anyway.
again, or just before the year mark hits again, we do it again. A
Bros,
week, every day,
nah.
Monday
It
to
need-
Sunday, out here. Roads are
He's
shut
right,
down.
he's
I'm
right.
with.
And fam, if
It
we're not
makes
seeing changes, bro, when the media come this time, bro, it's been a year, fam.
So then why we
Do
waiting?
you want
a
this
year?
whole country to the city to just
Because
burn up in
like
and
Martin
bro,
Luther King
guys
said,
will start writing.
Nah,
they
man.
will give us small victories.
That was
and
that
tell
was
us-
Malcolm X.
Sorry, like Malcolm X would say. They
Yeah,
will give us small victories and that will hush us up.
Bro, listen,
exactly.
see,
But that's what you're doing. If you don't want to protest weekly. If you would have accepted,
Nah, bro,
it would
you
look like
because, bro,
you've accepted these small victories and then waited a year.
But the small victories are what we're protesting for. There should be a
No,
bigger
we're not
picture.
protesting for that, bro. I'm not protesting for no fucking statue to be removed
But
from.
that's when the protests were going on. The
No,
weekend,
that's
bro.
not
Well,
what.
beforehand.
That's
beforehand,
not what
they
it
were
is.
going down. All the protests beforehand were either surrounding around. We need to take down this statue.
No, it never was. Never
Don't know.
was.
What was the main? All right, then what was the main
It was
message?
of,
What was the main message that everyone gathered from the protest?
Overarching equality, always.
But that's the reason for the cause.
Bro,
I'm
no
talking
one,
about
no
the
one gave a
protest in
fuck about a
particular.
statue.
At the beginning, the aim at the
Are you
beginning
talking about?
Was
at the-
never
at the
to.
beginning.
Are you
there-
talking about the boxed up statues?
Now I'm talking
That got
about
spray
from,
painted?
from when the thing happened in Bristol about taking down that statue. That's when people
Oh.
really started
No,
jumping on the bandwagon.
they
Am I
just
wrong?
took down that statue. It's not like
If
not
it's
like
about
they were
far
doing
right,
anything.
that's when
but
far
I'm
right
talking
happened
about,
properly.
but I'm talking about that's what I'm talking about
It's
the
about far right.
perpetuation of the Black Lives Matter movements. I went back and I looked. People weren't protesting as hard before the statue was taken down in Bristol.
Nah,
People
Nah,
weren't
they
really putting that much
were,
energy.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were, bro.
But that's
They're
thing,
capping,
no.
bro.
But that's
They
thing.
were,
capping,
bro.
But no.
Maybe you wasn't, but I was
Yeah,
out there,
bro.
bro.
I'm
I
saying
was out
the
there,
number
bro.
increased drastically.
It
When
didn't, bro.
When,
I'm
when
telling
the
you.
sec-
Fam, I'm telling you, it didn't.
Went to the protest, yeah, have they not gone down?
They've
yeah,
just
yeah,
been
yeah.
regularly
Yeah, yeah.
declined.
And then
First
No,
and
that's what I'm
second one,
saying.
yeah.
After the
and then
statue,
No,
it
forget the
rose.
statue.
Kept
It
going,
didn't.
going down.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't, bro. I'm
That's where the
telling you.
hype came from. It,
For
bro.
a matter of fact,
That's where
it
the
did
hype-
not
that's when
increase
everyone
just
started
because of
going,
the
that's
statue.
why-
No, I'm not saying just because of the statues, but the statues increased the participation.
Nah, bro.
Are you man telling me it didn't? Because there are
Nah.
defo
Maybe,
facts out there.
maybe marginally, maybe
There
marginally.
are defo facts
The
out
one
there.
after that was like the most packed one.
Yeah.
After that, things went back down.
Went
again.
down basically.
And
That
that's
was
what
the
I'm
most
saying.
there was.
That's what I'm saying. There were
second
events that were perpetuating these protests. The protest itself wasn't what was perpetuating the message. Yeah, we were trying to scream we want an overreaching equality for people, but that wasn't the message. We were screaming no justice, no peace, the racist police. All right, what's then after that? Disband the police. All right, what's after that? Take down the statue. All right, what's after that?
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't hear that once.
Nah, I ain't ever heard anyone say chant take down that statue.
No, no.
So
Bro, I promise
in
you.
Bristol, that's exactly what they were screaming. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I'm not in Bristol,
When they were
bro.
pulling down that
Yeah.
statue and threw it into the lake, we spoke about it.
Because they're pulling it down at that point. You
And
gotta
they put it-
chant
they
something.
taking it out and put it into a fucking museum.
And
now,
then
bro.
exactly, that's
So
what I'm
that's
saying.
it. That's
The
end
small
of
victories,
that's
what I'm
that
saying.
closed.
That's what I'm saying. All right, we've taken down the statue. Now what? They've taken the statue out of the river and put it into a
Yeah, they
museum.
try to put
There
the-
are no
the-
steps
the
forward.
Social.
There are no
social
steps
media.
forward. We might then say we're going to protest for the equality. Derek, the Chauvin guy, the guy that killed
Derek Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin, the guy that killed, the one that killed that poor man.
Oh, who? George Floyd?
Yeah, no, hold on. The one that killed the man that killed that poor man. The other 3 officers are out right now on bail. Who paid their bail? You got to ask yourself these questions.
Yeah,
Who paid
the
their bail?
racist Americans,
Yeah,
innit?
who paid their bail? Why are they out on the streets walking? Are they not a threat to the community? Did they
Funding,
not kill a man
GoFundMe.
in broad daylight?
GoFundMe.
And are people talking about it? No, we don't even know. You heard about it for a week and it was gone.
Yeah, but that I don't know what your point here.
But is that not why we started protesting in the first place? This is what I mean. I spoke
Them
about
man are
this in the
still
beginning.
charging, or they're out
Yeah,
on
they're-
conditions of
they're
their bail,
being
bro.
charged
So
for
that
this.
means they're still gonna
They're-
go court and that. You know,
They're still
It's
on
not
bail.
over.
They're still
But
going to
I-
court for this.
like-
But they're out walking the streets like normal citizens, like they ain't done nothing. Someone
Ross,
went up
this
to
is-
the
this
man
is-
and
this is my
recorded
point,
him
yeah?
and said, "Do you not feel remorseful?"
This is my
He
point,
said,
though.
"Yeah." You can see the look on the man's face. Really
Bro,
and
listen,
truly,
this is my point. In a
something
year's
that's going to
time, yeah.
pass.
In a year's time, yeah, bro. If we reanalyze it, that's what I'm saying. The 7 days thing, because if we reanalyze it now, yeah, bro. If the whole world explodes again on some marching shit, yeah, like they did this year, then I'll say, yeah, we're making some sort of progression.
Nah, yeah, why are you waiting a year? You know, like that.
But how many bodies are
You
still
need
going
consi-
6 feet under as we're protesting?
Nah,
What change
man.
are we actually influencing? This is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying
But
don't do it.
not-
I'm saying
that's what you're saying. You're saying don't do it for a year. That is literally what you're saying.
Mel said that. I never not once did I
So
say
what?
don't do it
So
for a
what's
year.
your what's
saying
your
Not
solution?
once.
What's your
Not
solution?
once did I say not do it.
So
for a
what's
year.
your solution?
I thought you
Not
agreed
once.
with man.
No. I agree with the point you're making.
Yeah.
I do
So then
agree-
you're agreeing with it, bro.
Not saying don't do it at all. I was
So
saying
what-
do it
alright,
for
tell
a
me what
reason.
you're
As in,
saying.
if
But
you're
I'm not
gonna
saying
say-
that.
But
I'm
the
not saying I
reason's
have.
there.
Hold
The
on. I'm not saying I
reason's
have a
there.
problem with you
But
not
then
doing
we'll,
it.
but then we're
I don't have a
following
problem.
underlying reasons.
No one's doing that. No one's doing that,
But
bro.
it has been done because it started off protesting
Alright.
for death. It started off protesting for a
No,
man who was
okay.
murdered
See,
to take down the statues of all
alright,
these people.
with all due respect, yeah, I've been going to them.
So have I.
No,
They have I not been
to the
with you?
same degree.
Have I not been?
You went to
Okay,
the
maybe
one
not-
with
maybe not
us.
to the same degree, but have
You
I
went
not
to the
been
one with
you?
us.
I have not been with you.
But
And
you
that
so
life matters, you know.
But then in
Exactly,
that
have I not been
instance,
with
yeah,
you, though? I've been there with you.
you. Okay.
To one though, bro. It's not.
It's not. It's like there's a back catalogue of
coming
things that
to
I've
one,
seen
bro, going to one
That
that I
protest.
know
And these
it's
things are
not
available
like
on
that.
the news as well. These things are available on social media.
Why
You
am I
people have been here. You can see these things out there. It's not like you can't. You go to the protest, you won't see it again. It's available to you. The information is out there. I've been looking at these things. I've been seeing them. I'm not speaking off of just blind, no information, misinformation. I'm talking off of things that I've seen. I'm talking about things that are being perpetuated. I'm talking about parties that are coming out of the Black Lives Matter movement. In fact, people were talking about the founders of the Black Lives Matter movement, and they were saying, if you don't support the LGBTQAI community, do not support Black Lives Matters. That was a message put out by the founders of the actual community itself.
What's the issue with that?
What is the issue with that?
Yeah, tell me.
As a black community, do we not alienate the LGBTQAI community? Do we not see it as a taboo? Do we not see it as something that's not right?
I think like
Okay.
And then the
but-
people who have started the movement, hold on a second. The people who have started the movement are then saying, if you do not support these causes, do not support us. We do not support you. You do not embody our messages. So
Now-
then, what are we actually supporting?
So I'm trying, bro. Honestly, I do not understand this point because in essence, you're
I'm
saying
supporting
Black Lives
Nah,
Matter, innit?
I'm saying that we're putting a message out there
But-
because it's like we were talking about how it turned into a bandwagon.
if the message is for equality, then it's equality for all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not with equality for certain
message- the
individuals,
message at first wasn't
now
equality
hold on,
for
hold
all. No,
on.
'cause
Now
majority
I've let you
of people
speak.
say-
I've let you
Oh,
speak.
go on.
Thank
Go on.
you. So if your message is equality for all, then why would you marginalize another a specific group of people, be it sexual orientation, if you're with equality?
But that's what's
so.
happening.
So, no, but they're saying that if you don't stand with LGBTQ, you don't stand with us because you don't stand with equality as a
Exactly.
whole. So I say again, what is the problem with that?
Because it's something that we don't stand for. It's a part of the movement. 'Cause the movement
But
itself
that's an
has said-
issue.
Exactly, but
It's
it's an issue within the movement. The strength of the movement, it turning into a bandwagon, which is where this point
But
came
bro,
from.
I'm
This-
so confused, fam. When LGBTQ go on their marches, yeah, are they who they marching for? They're marching for equality, so they're marching for black people as well. And we should
Exactly.
go and join in their marches as well.
They
However-
come,
Yeah,
they join.
at one of the protests. The one that we were, they were there.
They do that. I
Yeah,
remember
they
the
do it
last
together, 'cause it
one
goes
that we
hand in
went
I
hand.
missed out on that one, innit? Because
It goes hand in hand. Yeah, no, they were there for one of them. It goes hand in hand. This is what I'm saying. Messages were being mixed in. We went out there with one message. The police have killed a black man. We can't stand for this. We want equality. Then it became, we need to take down these statues. Then it became, we need to disband the police. Then it became, so we kept adding things on top. But we weren't pursuing these things. We weren't actively pursuing these things. It was like, yeah, they're showing us movements of doing it. Cool, it's done. Right, next thing. They're showing us movements of doing it. Cool, right, next thing. And what I'm trying to say is that's how it became a bandwagon. That's how it's become what it is now. We're not hearing as much of it. It's not being perpetuated as much. It's just become a pastime. It became a pastime for people.
I wouldn't even say that though, because when it happened, yeah, after it happened, and that man's walking home with Tariq and Nikki, and I'm hearing white people go raw. Yeah, those are them. Like, they was like someone. They must have been having their conversation in it. You know how white people are, fam. Oh, so you know something was going on here. You know, so, and then they must be like, right, like, no, Black Lives Matters was here. Bro, the guys that were talking, fam, we made noise. Do you understand?
I'm not saying we haven't made noise.
I know you weren't there in the early times.
No,
of
I'm
it.
not saying we
Imagine
haven't
you're-
made noise.
You see the whole of
I'm
that
saying-
first Hyde Park Marble Arch
I'm
area.
saying, where has the noise
Packed
got us
out,
though?
bro.
I'm saying, where has the
Packed
noise
out,
got us?
bro.
See,
Listen,
no,
we haven't
look,
got no
wait, no,
justice.
see, but it's you're. I think
It's that
I
mentality,
think you're
bro.
not-
In
you're not-
unity we stand, bro.
yeah,
Divided
you're
we
not.
fall,
You're
fam.
not
You gotta
deep
be
in.
with it.
You're
At
not
the end of the
deep
day,
in how long a process is. I personally know you're not gonna get change in your lifetime. You're not.
Yeah.
You have to accept this. You're just not going to.
That's true.
But you can continue to fight for the generation after you. So it's hard. You're asking for too much if you think that you're just gonna get justice in the space of a few months.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the chase for.
You're saying what have we accomplished?
Exactly. What have we?
But it's
accomplished?
not about that. It's about the continuous process. It's a progress.
The continuous
It's
process for how long? The continuous process with a minor
for the
victory.
rest of your
Hold on,
life.
the
For the
continuous
rest
process
of
with
your
a minor
life.
victory. A minor victory disguised behind blatant ignorance.
What is your minor victory?
Letting the man come out on bail. That's it. That's
But
a,
you know
that is
how
a
deep
minor
it is,
what?
bro. We're
Who
not
is that a
even,
victory
bro,
for?
we're not
That's
even in
for them.
America, bro. Like, I'll be
I
honest.
made
fam.
out of blatant ignorance.
True. Nah, tell
I'll
him.
be
Nah,
honest,
Mel,
we're not even
speak.
in America, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But they
even
go
though
hand in
George
hand.
Floyd hurt, man, innit?
But
That
it
one
goes
there
hand
hurt,
in
man,
hand.
bro. But we're not there, bro. You think if something happens here, they care about what's going on here?
No.
Talk about Mark
They don't
Duggan.
care,
Alright
bro.
then. Talk about Mark Duggan. Rest in peace. 9 years gone.
Yeah.
Where's the justice for him?
So, bro, they
So
man
you
are
fight
getting
for
settlement
it.
fees, you know. Them man are getting settlement fees, you know.
I know, but-
a good amount. Obviously, that's never gonna bring him back.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But bro, like
Look
something's
what-
happening. At least
look what we
something's
went through.
happening.
But
innit?
look what
with
we
them
went
man, with them man marching with us.
But look
when
what
we
we
were
went-
at it.
here we
doing
go.
it.
Look at 9 years down. Them man are getting a settlement. 9 years down. Look at what happened from the events, the Tottenham riots. 9 years down the line.
Yeah.
Why did it take that long?
Because that's what this
That's how
country
the
is.
government works, though, as well. That's how the government works, really and truly.
I feel like your outrage is
No, I'm not outraged. I was just hoping
You're
because
not
we
outraged.
spoke. I'm not outraged at all. I'm absolutely not outraged because we spoke about this before. We had a podcast about it, and we said that this would happen. We said it would reach a point where it get quieter and quieter, and it has
But it's
reached
not
that point.
gone, though. It's not gone.
I'm not saying it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's reached a point now where it's become like a Coney 2012. People don't deep it. They're still looking for Coney.
Coney's gone, man. You know,
They're still looking for Coney too now.
Bro, that guy's probably
We just don't
dead
hear
anyway,
about it. No, they were just talking about it on the news recently of the recent M23 thing going on in Congo and Uganda. They were talking about it recently. Coney's still about. Have they found him? Have they found the kids he's been kidnapping?
He's crossing
They
borders.
spoke
fam.
about it for a while. We had a campaign about it. People were donating.
But
What's happened now?
I just
Bro, it's a
what do
tangent.
you-
It's a tangent.
Yeah, I don't know what you want from anyone. Truly, from everyone that isn't out.
What
I
do you
just
want
don't-
from Black Lives Matters? What do you want? Because I think what everyone wants is different, innit? We'll go around. What do you actually want from Black Lives Matter? What do you want them to do, fam?
Keep perpetuating their change
But how do you propose they do that?
by continuing pushing the same message that you started off with in the beginning. Don't start throwing things in after that. Maybe, I don't know, start a party, for example. Actually take this thing seriously. Start an actual party. Get a plan going. Let's start taking steps forward. Because I don't know if it was Martin Luther King or Malcolm X that were talking about it. They were saying that we have a certain lack of planning ahead. We get to a certain point and then we stagnate all the time.
Probably Malcolm X.
We
Yeah.
stagnate. We always get to a certain point and then we're stuck. Black Wall Street. We got to Black Wall Street. They burned it down. Stuck again. We tried again. Burnt it down. Stuck. Didn't go anywhere. And now we just said, you know what? They keep burning it down, man. We're just going to do it again. Got to leave it. Try something else. And now look at where we are. Still trying to fight for the exact same thing that they were fighting for back then. That's all I was trying to say. I was trying to say we've been fighting for something for so long. We attach bare messages to it. Turns into a bandwagon.
think-
Becomes the trend.
I think that like 60, 50 years of civil rights movement that's not, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a long time. It's not. So
Fighting for equality.
that's not a long time. It's going to take a few lifetimes for you to see distinct change.
But then
And
again,
you just need to accept that.
Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and all of them, man. That's their activists. We ain't really had any political activists.
Yeah, not in the UK.
Yeah, that's
no.
what I was saying. We
Nah.
lack the
We
leadership.
really do need to.
You lack
do
the
need to
leadership.
step up still.
Like the leadership,
But I
the
don't
structure.
I don't look at.
That was the lack
but
of
I don't
leadership
look
and
at-
structure, and just in terms of how the whole thing was run. Because, like you said, it did lack structure.
Yeah, alright, cool. I slightly agree with you on that.
Like-
If there's to be a sort of racial activist for us, innit, black people to step forward, it's gonna take something like Black Lives Matter for one politician to just stand up
There
and
we
say,
go.
"Yo, boom, this is what we're doing" on some sort of
No.
Malcolm X vibes type flex.
Now they tried it in America, but the way they're doing it, it's starting to look a lot supremacy. What do you super?
What?
I'm just rolling around with rifles through the street and stuff, screaming some really questionable things.
Yeah, but you can't. I don't look at America as any sort of case study for
Yeah.
normal behavior, because
No.
it's all backwards there. It's not.
it's all bred from the same message though,
And even if they're
and
not
it
doing
ends
that,
up it
though,
ends up embodying it.
Nah, but
It ends up that's what I was
but
saying.
I'd see no, but like we're looking at Black Lives Matter as a concept, too specific to the US and the UK. You don't need it's more than
No,
that.
it's a worldwide thing.
I know, but we've only spoken about the US and the UK. We're not speaking about what's going on in Zimbabwe and the hyperinflation and the fact that sanitary towels cost you like 156 Zimbabwean dollars. Ridiculous.
If we go now,
Nah, it's just it's more than just the protests here and the protests in the USA. It's global. It's a global struggle because it's France, it's Zimbabwe, it's South Africa, it's everywhere. It's Brazil, it's everywhere.
all right. You know what? Let's go back to the question that Mel asked. What change did I want from the Black Lives Matter movement? I wanted a distinguishable, significant change, or a distinguishable, significant direction to change.
Am I wrong in thinking, because it sounds to me like you believe that the movement itself has stopped?
No, I just believe it's stagnated.
Okay, see,
It's still going, but it's stuck in that.
okay, but it's like, but
protest stage.
we're asking for what we wanted from the change, as if it's not still going on. I think you got to look at it as like a passive thing that's just always going to be in the background of your lives. You can't just look at it as we did the protest and that's that. It's more, we need to continue living our lives in a specific way.
I think what bro's trying to say is, cool, we're doing the protesting.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
nice and that for now, but
Yeah.
what we doing next?
I'm with that.
Yeah, where's
I'm
Black
with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Ah,
Where's
okay.
Black Wall Street? Where's Black Hollywood?
I'm with that.
Why
but
is Nollywood? Why? I'm
Where-
not gonna get into that right now. But where is Black Hollywood? Why do we not own our own music, but we influence our culture?
If we're talking about Black Hollywood, Percy, I forgot his name.
Tyler Perry.
Sorry, thank you.
Oh, and his
He
studio,
built it
yeah,
on-
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
on the same level as Hollywood now, fam. Like,
Tyler
you know what I'm
Perry.
saying? That's where all of the black productions are gonna now start getting.
I give it to Tyler
Where's the
Perry
UK version now? That's what you need to be
I'll
asking.
do a Tyler Perry after.
You need to be
See
chatting to the
Tyler Perry
BBC,
for
telling the
another
BBC. I swear you lot are funding Black Lives Matters. Alright, cool. Black Lives Matter.
What, the
What are you
BBC?
doing? What are you doing for the
BBC,
entertainment industry?
The BBC
black
have 2
entertainment
counts
industry?
of calling saying the N word on live TV. They don't give a damn.
No, they've donated. I think they said they've matched Stormzy's contribution, and Stormzy contributed like $1 million or something like that. To
Okay.
Oh, what, as an
That's the
organisation,
BBC.
bruv, yeah.
That's
I know what was
pennies.
that. Yeah,
That's
really,
pennies,
that's
Bro,
minor.
they donated something. And
That's
it's
minor,
pennies,
bro.
bro. That's basically
Bro.
just hush money. That's
Yeah,
hush money. That's basically,
honestly.
listen.
That's
you
a-
man,
that-
we're
that
gonna
is
say
a
the N word
small-
twice. Second in it. Have this meal. Second in it. Relax. Respect. That's what they said. Respect. You can't do that. So now they give us a meal. Go say N word twice. No, don't worry, guys. We get it. It was a
Nah,
mistake.
broski, they
Is that
know,
what we're
they
meant to
know
say?
it's not that, bro. They know it's not a that, though. Cause
They
bruh,
think it's a that, bro. I'm telling you, they think
know
it's a
it's
that.
not a that, bro.
They think it's a that. That's literally exactly how it is. To do it twice. They got called out the
Yeah.
first time and then do it again, bro. She took a pause. It's gonna be a health hazard, guys. Health hazard.
Bro, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, fam, Black Lives Matters just need to build up some sort of peace, yeah, to then make some sort of difference. But it's not gonna happen right now, like these men are saying.
I get that.
It's not gonna happen right now.
Listen,
innit?
I
It'll
know
come
change
eventually.
takes time. I just wish it was distinguishable so people could see it. You know what I mean? And so that the message wouldn't be misconstrued.
I know everyone's a diplomat.
So that
nowadays,
wouldn't turn
fam.
into
They
something
don't
else.
talk about it in
I
public
see.
until it's proper.
Personally, I don't even truly align with the organisation.
Yeah, no. but
There's
we
a
said
big
that at the
difference.
beginning. We
Yeah,
said
there's
that
a
at the
big difference
beginning.
between the organisation and the movement. Because the organisation, I don't
I've
see
said the
enough.
ideologies
I don't
of
see
the
enough of
organisation.
their capital being used to help Black lives.
Their capital is the way they distribute is
so
weird.
me
It's
funding
weird.
you
I don't actually understand how the Black
And it
Lives
sounds
Matter
and like
works.
it
It's
sounds
a-
like
it's a
they
weird
they
one.
really do profit off of racial tension, and it's like
Yeah. If you look at
And
how
they
they
sort-
speak,
yeah, it's a lot of
I'll show you one of the interviews after.
radicalizing.
The way they speak is so mad. They went to one of the universities and were talking to one of the leaders at the university. The way this girl was talking to this news reporter, I'm saying, you're trying to show these people we're civilized, and you're gonna blatantly disrespect this man on
Nah,
TV.
it's just unnecessary. Like,
Outright
wow.
disrespect this man on live TV. People are watching you. They're gonna associate your actions with us. We're not like you. I can speak respectfully to another person, but they're gonna be like, look at these people in our country, and they're gonna disrespect the man talking to her.
But then
like
that's further that's increased by your media exposure. So it's like it's
that. And how the clip
okay.
is
It's
distributed as well. I get it. Yeah.
in the UK specifically, it's like how we're very quick to blame Tory MPs have blamed the coronavirus pandemic on black
Black
on
Lives
the BAM community.
But then they're trying the BAME community.
Yeah,
They were
they're
trying to
right,
blame on
And no, bro, they were outwardly. I forget who the MP was, but he's outwardly
the one that was on Twitter, and and he's the one that was at Question Time. I know you're talking about.
It's fear mongering like that in the media that allows
He apologized for that, actually.
He can suck
He
his
apologized for
mum,
that.
bro, noise.
I deeply apologize for that.
It's things like that in the media that essentially it's for me it's like a control mechanism. If you have everyone in the country against a specific group of people, then you're more easily able to get things across, or in the background that wouldn't necessarily run if everyone was paying attention to your true intentions. That's why we've had 10 years of austerity and no one's and everyone wants to say that Jeremy Corbyn and Labour couldn't have done something better. It's annoying.
I think Jeremy Corbyn could have though. I think he could have done something.
Yeah,
Let's not.
It would have been a much easier ride than it is with Joyce.
Yeah, man. I
That's
don't
pretty
even
much
understand what Donny's
pretty
trying
much
to
it.
say to the public and that.
Honestly, like what is?
Bro, did they not media train them in politics?
They
for
don't
it,
even
fam?
try.
What I'm saying.
The media is turning into a farce. It's a circus now. It's a
like-
Bro,
circus.
it's
It's done been a circus for time. But you know what?
it's an outlet for propaganda, bro.
Definitely.
Honestly.
Definitely. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for engaging that heated debate on the
Yeah.
BLM movement. I hope you
Black
enjoyed.
Lives Matters.
Slap lives, they still do,
I
man.
know you're it's been your boy OD. Thank you for watching.
Human Kamali and that.
Whoosh, Fast Lane Entertainment.